You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
The fucking thing sucks. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Sorry we're 2 minutes late. We were just sitting here bullshitting and got carried away. I was reminiscing. I was taking a trip down memory lane. FUBAR Weekly show today is the 21st. We are 3 weeks through January. We are more than 1/24th through the year of 2020.
We're a third way through January.
2/3.
That's what I meant.
It's all right. Math.
2/3 through
Math
January.
Sucks. Yeah, so we were reminiscing. I was talking about how I have a candle at home that's campfire scented. And the reason why I have a campfire scented candle is it smells like a fireplace. And when I was a kid, we used to watch football every Sunday. And I was talking about that and taking a trip down memory lane. Nicole's trying to figure out how to get her phone to like balance up because she wants to go live on Instagram. And she's like using all kinds of stuff. Maddie, what's up from the land down under?
Hey, Maddie. Next week, Sunday, is Australia Day. Happy Australia Day.
Yes. And we'll go Waltz and Matilda.
I don't know what Australia Day consists of, but I hope you have fun.
I guess Australia Day to Australians is like Independence Day is to us.
Is it? It's not like
I don't know if they go crazy, but it's summertime there for them. So I mean, that'd be a good time to have throw some shrimp on the Barbie. He's gonna get angry at that, I know. Throw some prawns on the Barbie and eat some scones. We haven't talked about scones in a while. Scones.
I don't remember what TV show I was watching, but they were in New Zealand and she called it scones. And I was like, hey, I know what that is.
That's weird. Maddie says video isn't working, but he can hear me. I'm seeing we're good. Fuck yo, shrimp. It's the same thing my ex-girlfriend said about my penis. Weird. So yeah, I don't know if you're having a problem. And this Sunday is Australia Day. Yes, that's what we're saying. Are you going to go Waltz and Matilda on Australia Day?
I'm feeling creative.
Why don't you just put it in the card holder?
Because it has the thing. Okay, I'll just undo it.
Yeah. Just go until the battery dies.
Okay.
Now put the heavy thing behind it. Maybe put a tit in there.
Oh.
See? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got this spinny thing. I have video. Okay. Thank you. I'm working. You know what it must be that transcontinental or intercontinental delay down to the southern hemisphere beaming us down. We're flying through the air with the greatest of ease. We are FUBAR, if you please. But I'll earn 200%. You're working on Sunday, but you'll earn. So it is like a national holiday. Like what are you celebrating on Australia Day? Is like Australian independence? Is it just for the sake of you're Australia and you're fucking cool, so you're gonna have Australia? What are you celebrating? That's what I want to know. You know what, Maddie? We need to get together. I know you got a lot going on. I know High has a lot going on. People still continue to say prayers and good thoughts for Hunter. He's still fighting. He's going through some rough spots, but keep saying prayers, and if that's your thing, and sending good vibes. He's a good kid, good family, and he's going through a little bit of a rough spot right now. Okay, so it's there July 4th. Okay, I can dig that. Is there like here in the United States that we barbecue, we have parades, Like, what do you guys? What's the best way to celebrate Australia Day? Like, is there a thing? Thank you. He needs it so badly. We appreciate that so much. It's been incredibly. So I know it's been tough, Maddie. I mean, you and I haven't connected in a couple days. We've been talking, yeah, I know it's tough. No fireworks and cousin fucking. Wait, so hang on.
We
To
don't fuck
take-
cousins on 4th of July.
To take his words literally, he said no fireworks and cousin fucking. So does that mean you're not setting off fireworks, but you are fucking your cousin? Because
No, they're the same thing. They're one and the same. You must fuck cousins while setting off fireworks collectively at the same time.
That's in Alabama. That's not like, I'm from New York. We don't fuck cousins in New York. Shitloads of alcohol and barbecues. I can dig it. See, that's a holiday that I can get down with. All right. I would, I'll go to Australia for Australia Day. And even though I'm a filthy Yankee, I will celebrate Australia Day as if I was Crocodile Dundee. He's probably gonna get pissed at that. I don't know if Paul Hogan's a hero down there, if they think he's a joke.
Is that his real name?
Paul Hogan? Yeah,
I didn't
Crocodile
know.
Dundee. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really bad at pop culture stuff.
Don't ask me any new shit, but that I know. You know who my favorite Australian actor is?
Who?
Yahoo Serious. You have no idea who the fuck he is.
No,
Nobody
but I've heard
does.
you talk about him before.
Yeah.
I like
I
Nicole
love Paul
Kidman.
Hogan. I love Paul Hogan too. Yeah, Nicole Kidman too. I remember when she was in a movie called BMX Bandits. She was like a little kid at the time.
Wow.
Because so was I. Now she's hot.
She's always been hot.
Yeah, she is.
She's always been hot.
Hate the shrimp shit. You don't like shrimp? Like, you don't like prawn? Do you not like prawns?
Are prawns different?
No, it's the same thing. It's just different name.
Do they have crayfish?
Crawfish?
Crawfish?
Same thing, different name. I don't know. I don't know if they have
Mini lobsters. Swamp
You know
lobsters.
what the story? You know what the story with crawfish is? Crawfish is very popular in Louisiana.
Yeah, tell me.
Louisiana was settled by Acadians, people from Canada, that they were exiled from Canada. That's where they settled. So the story is that the lobsters that are popular up in the North Atlantic
Mhm.
followed them from Canada to Louisiana, and since it's a long trip, they shrunk.
Oh my God.
That's their legend. The
That is-
legend of the crawfish.
No. They're just baby lobsters.
No,
They're not baby lobsters.
they're mud bugs.
They're mud bugs.
They're mud bugs. They're so good.
They're baby.
I love prawns. I hate shrimp on a barbecue bullshit. I'm mad at the Hogs for that shit. You know what really put shrimp on a Barbie over was the movie with Cheech Marin called Shrimp on a Barbie, where Cheech is a Mexican American from LA, and he was in, I forget what the backstory, how he ended up in Australia, but he was working at a Mexican restaurant in the movie, and he ends up falling, like some chick brings him home like he's her new boyfriend, but he ends up falling for her. It was a really hot chick, if I remember right. The thing that always weirded me out about that movie is you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. Oh, I love shrimp.
I like shrimp too.
Fried shrimp, baked shrimp. You can boil it, broil it, saute it. You got shrimp gumbo.
Have you ever been to a Bubba Gump restaurant?
Yes, I have.
I haven't.
I have, and it wasn't that impressive.
I imagine it's just a seafood restaurant and they probably have
with tons of merchandise you could buy.
Yeah. 50 different
Miss Minnie.
ways we prepare shrimp.
We got Miss Minnie in the hizzy. See, I'll back up. Oh, you could kind of see her. Minnie, up here. Put your head up. Pick your head up. Oh, you can almost see. Oh, there you go. You saw some Minnie face on the screen. She's a good girl. She just chilling.
She's my homegirl.
She just chilling. What's up, dog? Oh, sorry. I stopped petting her, so she had to move up. You sound like that dude advertising pussy, but with shrimp. We got hairy pussy, snapping pussy. That's actually Cheech Marin. That you're talking about from Dust Till Dawn. That was actually Cheech Marin. If you find any cheaper pussy in town, fuck it. His character's name in that movie was Chet Pussy.
Chet Pussy?
Chet Pussy. Fuck that. He even makes me cringe typing that shit. Oh, man.
Found a pupper.
Is that Cheech? It is the Cheech from Cheech and Chong. It's
Yes.
Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong. Same guy. Yeah. That's yeah. What?
I was just thinking of Cheech and Chong.
So neither Nicole nor I really did much preparation for today. I was busy today. My boss from my day job is in town, and we drove up to Gainesville this morning, which is it's about 2 hours each way. So it was. I'm kind of fucking tired. He's short. He's a short, skinny Ron Jeremy. No. Cheech is not that fucking ugly.
No, he's a little cuter. He's like ugly but cute at the same time, like a pug. Ron Jeremy looks more like a pug, actually.
He's the hedgehog. You know what the most disgusting product concept in the world is? A scratch and sniff. I'm sorry, not a scratch and sniff. Well, a scratch and sniff picture of Ron Jeremy, but a Ron Jeremy chia pet.
I thought you were going to say a Ron Jeremy bobblehead.
That would be fun too.
But wrong head.
Did you ever see the remake he did of Miley Cyrus's song "Wrecking Ball"?
Yes.
It is.
I'm a big fan.
Good. It's so good.
I'm a big fan. Somebody who's watching on Instagram says that they're actually watching Forrest Gump in the background on their TV.
That's a great movie.
Because we were talking about the shrimp.
Which head bobbles?
That's what I said. That's what I like. The wrong head bobbles. Just it'll be like a little.
I don't know the verbatim quote, but he once talked about how he told his father that he could lick his own dick, and his father told him, "Don't ever tell another soul that."
And now he's made so much money off of it.
Oh God, yeah. I think he's been in more porn than anybody else. He's like the Regis Philbin of the porn world, or at least male porn. Like seriously, I mean, in the 80s and 90s, you could not throw a skin flick in without there being a Ron Jeremy clip in it.
I want to direct a porn that he just makes a cameo in. Like he's not performing in the porn. He just like makes a cameo.
Here's a great concept. This would be great. Have Ron Jeremy show up in a porn as the pizza delivery guy, but just actually deliver a pizza and leave.
Yes.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Yes.
That's a great, even in a regular movie, that would be fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Like have Ron Jeremy as a cameo just delivering a pizza.
We need to write these things down.
Seriously.
Write that down.
Write it down. Take a note. Take a note. I'm still staring at Raj giving a thumbs up and having a spinny circle in my video. But I can hear you guys. Maddie, try exiting out and then going back in. Because stateside, we have one confirmation that video is good. I have video. Okay. That's Akita Kozumi. I know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but
I don't know why that's her internet name, but hey.
She explained it's like from a past life, if you will.
Okay.
It was something she was into back then and just kind of stuck.
Okay, that's fair.
So hi.
Hello, Akita. We won't say your real name.
I did that 3 times. Jonathan Matt says 1,700 films, 4,000 partners. Holy shit. Like 4,000. I can hear you, so I'm happy with that. Seriously, when you think about it, the only thing worth seeing is Nicole, because I got a fucking face. I shaved my head, so it kind of looks like a pile of biscuits with the little fucking crease in the back of my head.
Do you have the neck roll?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad. Okay.
No, it's not, but we talked about this last time.
Oh, you can hold a business card in there or whatever? Do you think that the guys who have it really bad, like you have to clean between their folds, like you have to clean a boxer's face?
Maybe. I mean, I clean all the folds that I can reach. You know.
Do you think that they have to put deodorant inside their neck folds?
I don't know.
Because yours, you could probably just like bend forward and you have no more roll.
When I'm standing up, it's because I'm sitting here, my head's kind of
right. But there's some people who just like permanently have like a head fold because they just have a lot of head fat or something.
Yeah, I have shitty posture, so. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I've seen some people with some like triple chins that like should need to clean under the folds. That's some nasty shit.
Isn't that how you get skin tags and stuff? No, that's like there's just like little moles. That's different.
These are skin tags. There's tons of them on both sides.
Well, I don't know how they get there.
It's just from being fat.
Okay.
No, it's they no one knows truly what causes it. But I have tons of them around my neck. I have tons of them. And like I'll have like one on my armpit. I had one like on my side here that I actually cut off last night with a pair of nail clippers.
Just cut it off?
Uh-huh.
Did it bleed? Like
no, it actually didn't.
Have you ever like cut off a wart and you know how it bleeds forever?
Uh-huh.
That just freaks me out.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna like bleed out through my elbow once.
Oh shit. Uh, so what's the bet he has every version of an STI there is? Talking about Ron Jeremy. Charlie Sheen, I have HIV. Ron Jeremy, that's fucking cute. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure he's caught something at some point. There's like you can't bang 4,000 chicks and not get something.
I feel like we would have heard about that at some point.
I don't know. I mean, if it was something, I mean, if it was something severe like HIV, hepatitis, or something like that, then he would be out of the industry.
Right.
But if it was something like, trichomoniasis, which is it's an STI. It's not a very common one, but it's one that or something like gonorrhea, syphilis. I'm sure he's gotten that at some point. They get take some drugs and cures you.
I don't want to see his pee-pee.
It's huge.
I don't care. Is it huge or is it just long?
I think some probably should use deodorant. Yeah, you know what? Deodorant is something that you definitely should use. People should take note of this. If you're in a foreign country, I'm not really talking about you, Maddie, because I know Australians are relatively clean people. But if you're from Europe, do me a favor. Shower daily. Use deodorant. When you shower, use soap. Rinse thoroughly. Repeat if necessary.
I can get away with not me. Well, yes, me personally, I can get away with not wearing deodorant for like a day or two. But like, if I only wear deodorant if I'm wearing a tank top or like I'm out performing.
Okay. See, I could probably get away with it on a day like today if I was sitting home doing nothing.
Because it's cold.
Because it's cold out.
Yeah.
But I sweat. I mean, you see, I sweat like a fucking animal. I not only do I need deodorant, I need the power of a good antiperspirant.
Oh.
And I should probably coat myself with it.
Ew, don't do that. That's really bad for your skin. Antiperspirant's not good for you. You're supposed to sweat. You're supposed to get that stuff out.
Oh, no, I still sweat. It just prevents it from stanking.
Oh, okay.
How does someone from the UK guarantee their cash won't get stolen? They hide it under the soap. Oh, or the toothpaste. Not so good with the oral hygiene. That's funny. Man, back in the day, I used to drive. I worked at a hotel, and one of my duties, I was the director of security, but one of my duties was driving the hotel shuttle van between the hotel and a relatively well-known university that was nearby. I'm not going to say the name, but it rhymes with Stony Brook University. They had a mathematics department there that was really, really prominent, very, very, very popular, big mathematician, paid to have his name on a building. And it's like a very, very bright people would come from all over the world to give lectures and do things, and big on theoretical mathematics and string theory and quantum physics, astrophysics, really brainy people. And these people were like brilliant. They almost spoke in a language of their own when they're talking about math, but they could not shower or clean themselves for a fucking shit. And it'd be in the winter time, so you can't have the windows down because it's cold. And I did 15 of them piled into this Dodge Ram passenger van with the heat on and no windows open. It stank to high hell.
Makes you want some grilled cheese.
Oh God, not even like Stilton cheese smells better. Limburger cheese smells better. It's just awful. Awful. I said duty. Yes, I said duty. Hell yeah. Yeah, so we did like no prep for this show because I was busy. Nicole's been busy. We call that swamp ass. Swamp ass to me is like when it's hot out and your ass just gets soupy, and it helps to go wipe it. Literally every comic, anime, convention, shuttle ever. Yes.
Ew.
Abso-fucking exactly.
It's so true.
Exactly.
Did Akita say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I guess it probably comes down to being not so social and or whatever. But like, if I don't shout, like if I'm not doing anything, like on a weekend, Saturday, Sunday, if I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting on the couch, and I don't take a shower like for a day, I feel gross. Even though I'm not doing anything, I'm sitting in air conditioning, usually just wearing a pair of gym shorts and a t-shirt.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're a lady out there and you're listening and you use the bathroom, even if you only go number 1, maybe pass through the back door. Maybe you wipe it just to clean it up for the day or whatever.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there for ladies.
So while you're sitting there, you may as well just wipe it.
Yeah, if you're gonna,
Okay.
even if you only go number 1, just wipe it a little bit in the back, just to wipe up any sweat.
Oh, Maddie has it right. I apologize, Maddie. He's like, dude, you're complaining about a bus of 10 people. Try 100 people on a 100 degree day. Swamp arse.
Swamp arse.
Swamp arse. He's right.
I mean, it's
works
true
for the bus company. He
I'm sure
drives a bus.
I'm sure he sees all the people.
Yeah.
All the types of people
Yeah.
who run through there.
The only thing I will say, I don't know how I'm assuming buses in Australia are similar to buses here in the United States, with the exception of you got the steering wheel on the wrong side. There's more air movement in a bus. Like there's more open space, even if you have, you're packed out. Like that 15 passenger van there was no room to breathe. It was just bodies on top of bodies, man. It was, oh man, I feel for you. Or they can't wash their cosplays after a 15-hour con day because the hot glue and foam will fall apart. Yeah. Like you would think that they're smart enough to wear underclothing under their costumes. Pro tip, always wipe from front to back. That is correct. Never sweep dirt into the kitchen. Construction worker shuttle bus after a hot day. Yes, that's another one. That's another one. And another one.
And another one.
And another one. Actually, just as bad as that is a football team bus after a game. Because you have not only the stinky bodies that were sweating through a game, but you have all their gear, which stinks to high hell.
Yeah, because you can't wash a lot of it.
Especially when I was in high school, nobody ever washed this shit.
Yeah, you can't wash your padding.
That was a big difference between high school and college. Now we don't have opening windows. We have what's called FSL, full standing load. I affectionately dub it fucking shitloads. That's about right. A big difference between playing high school football and then playing college football. Like the high school I went to, we didn't have a locker room. There was a locker room, but it was too small for the varsity team. So we actually had a storage closet in one of the gymnasiums that was actually located upstairs. So there weren't any hallways that connected to it. And we would just change in the gym. We would go into the closet. Our stuff was hanging up on racks. We'd take it out. We each had a little spot in the gym to change. And that was the extent of our locker room. When I went to college, I had a locker and a stool and, my name on the locker. And, I would put my stuff in the locker after practice. I'd come back and everything was washed and cleaned and organized. My helmet was wiped down. If it was muddy, it would have been rinsed. My shoulder pads were disinfected.
Shout out to Team Mom, whoever she was.
No, we had trainers and assistants that did this shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this was college football. We didn't have team moms that did it because we were in college.
Right.
It was, we had staff that did that, interns and stuff. Roger got stuffed in the closet. Well, they're packed like sardines, tighter than a nun's funny spot. Oh, god damn. How do you stop priests from molesting little boys?
You
dress them up like nuns.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was like a big change, was going from barely having what you could consider a locker room to an actual like legit locker room where like it seemed like they gave a shit about you. It was awesome.
I played soccer in middle school and high school, and I didn't play in high school, whatever. But anyway, so in my middle school, we would just change in the bathrooms. And in high school, I went in and I had never had a locker room before. They had like showers and stuff, which I refused to use, but I would not take a shower at school.
See, we had showers in my high school, but I wouldn't shower. But if I remember right, I think they were like private, there was like almost like a bathroom stall, toilet stall.
Yeah.
But with a shower. So you had some privacy. Well, when I went to college, you had to shower in the locker room. Like if we would practice after practice or a home game, I wouldn't, because my dorm wasn't that far away. I would just go to my dorm room and take a shower there. But when we were taking road trips, away games, you'd have to shower before you put your clothes back on to get on the bus to drive however long, however many hours to get back. So showering that is like exactly what you see in the movies, like a stainless steel tower with 7 shower heads around it, and you're soaping up shoulder to shoulder with other dudes. And man, let me tell you something. Nothing in this world makes you feel worse as a fat white Irish guy than having to shower with the football team. Because goddamn, soul brother to beaucoup.
My we had, now that I think about it, we had 16 showers in our girls' locker room. I don't know what the guys' locker room looked like, and it was 4, 4, and 4, and 4. And so it was just like one little stall with 4 heads, one little stall with 4 heads, one little stall with 4 heads.
Okay.
And I never showered in it because it looked really gross. And also my athletics were always at the end of the day, so I could just go home after that.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing in high school. After practice, I would just throw on gym shorts and a t-shirt, jump in my car, and drive home.
Yeah.
And I'd shower at home.
Yeah.
Maddie said, best time of my life. You know what, Maddie? It damn near was. I mean, I've had some damn good times since then, but the shit I did, people still talk about the shit I did when I was in college. I mean, it was fucking legendary. And the school I went to had a 0 alcohol on campus policy. Even if you were 21, you couldn't have alcohol on the campus. Southern Baptist, praise Cheez-Its. And I had a bar set up in my room. So it was the best time because I did a lot of shit and hooked up with a lot of broads. It's good times. I was a man whore back then.
Man whore.
Yeah. Now I'm a man slut. I don't get paid anymore. Anyway.
Do you want to talk about some holidays?
Holiday. Give me the holidays aside from Sunday being Australia Day, mate.
Today is Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Squirrel Appreciation Day. I appreciate squirrels because they're nuts.
Minnie likes to chase them.
Yes, I said praise Cheez-Its.
Yes. Today is Museum Selfie Day.
Sweet.
Have you ever taken a selfie in a museum?
I don't believe I have. I'm not big into selfies, really.
I took a selfie with Abraham Lincoln in a museum.
Nice.
It was a painting.
Oh,
So,
okay.
today is National Banana Bread Day.
Nice. I love banana bread. No nuts in it, though.
No,
I don't like nuts in
Nope.
my banana bread.
no, just squirrels.
Just squirrels.
Today-
Save the nuts for the squirrels.
Today's National Hugging Day.
Aw.
Go hug a friend. Hug.
I don't have any friends.
I'm your friend.
Oh yeah. I'll give you a hug later.
Okay. Tomorrow is Answer Your Cat's Questions Day.
Answer your cat's questions day. Do cats have questions besides where's my food?
I don't know.
Well, go home and answer Sharky's questions.
Okay. It's also tomorrow, my favorite, National Hot Sauce Day.
All right. See, I like hot sauce. Don't like wing sauce.
My mom gave me some hot sauce and I took this much of it. It was heckin' spicy.
Your mom probably like eats it like it's nothing.
She also thought it was heckin' spicy, but we had never eaten it before. And so
now, what about your dad? Does your dad like spicy stuff?
Not even a little bit.
Really?
Not even a little bit.
Wow.
Not even a little bit.
I'm
So,
surprised.
those are my holidays for today, but I have other
The
stuff.
selfie term originated in Australia. God damn it. You lose points.
There's a picture of Prince from the 70s.
Prince Rogers Nelson.
Yes. And he is taking a photograph on a very old camera in a mirror. And I'm like, oh shit, mirror pic.
Hell yeah. Was he doing duck lips?
I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something. He was doing
whatever it was awesome.
Yeah, because he's
it's
Prince.
Prince.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Somebody made a biography about him recently.
Yeah.
Like they made a new one. There's a lot of them already.
You know what really blew me away, and I didn't get to appreciate Prince until later in his life and later in my life. How talented of a musician he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not just a great songwriter and able to sing and be a showman and put on a performance, but literally the man could play almost any instrument he ever picked up. And most of his albums he would do the instrumentals for, and it blew me away.
I think one of the first times I saw him, he played at a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I was like, I had heard of him, but I hadn't seen him perform until then. And I was really excited. I was like, this is amazing. He needs more credit. I mean, he got all the credit, but he was already kind of downhill at that point in his health.
Yeah.
So, which is a bummer.
You know what, Minnie? Everybody asks who's a good girl. Nobody asks how's the good girl. That was a good girl.
I'm cold.
She's like, shut the fuck up and just keep scratching my ears. Okay. Okay, puppy.
There was There's a couple of things that happened today in history.
What happened today in history besides? Okay. I stopped petting her, so she put her head on my chin, on my leg, and she walked away.
Today, I tried to look up this book at work, but we didn't have it.
Okay.
In 1791,
In 1791,
the first American novel was published in Boston.
what book was it?
The Power of Sympathy and The Coquette,
Oh,
which is French for slut.
I know.
So I wasn't able to find either one at work, but I want to read the second one.
You want to read them both?
I want to read them both, but
America.
yeah, but I also want to read The Coquette because I want to read the first American novel, possibly about a slut.
Oh, so that was an American book.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
It was first American novel printed. So it wasn't the first like I'm sure people wrote stuff before then, but it was printed in Boston. And in 1908, it became illegal for women to smoke in public,
Oh, that's nice.
I guess.
Whatever.
Which is funny because didn't we like earn the right to vote in 1902?
Something like that.
So it's like we could vote, but we can't smoke.
I think that women have suffered long enough, and we need to end women's suffrage. What? What?
Oh, nothing.
I'm a feminist, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Do you think Aziz Ansari is a feminist, or do you think he's like ironically and sarcastically a feminist?
He's not a woman.
No.
You know what? I don't care.
You don't care that he's neither a feminist or whatever?
I don't care what he declares himself to be. I find him occasionally funny. I think he was probably funny on Parks and Rec than he was on really anything else I've seen him in. I don't dislike the guy. I think he got a raw deal on what that chick accused him of. I think that was pretty fucked up.
See, I always thought that he was like sarcastically and ironically a feminist. Like, I'm a feminist. I'll respect the shit out of you. Like, shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a comedian. Oh, my what happened to my mic? My mic went dead. I lost. Okay, I'm back. That was weird. I lost mic. I mean, it's one of those things where he's a comedian, so you really can't take almost anything he says seriously. Now, the whole thing with him with him being accused. Do you remember what happened with that?
I don't really remember. I remember it, but I don't remember
He
what
took
happened.
a girl out to dinner. They go back to his place. They start messing around. I think she actually starts blowing him and then decides she doesn't want to. She changes her mind. She stops. And he said, okay. He calls her a cab and she leaves.
Okay, what's the problem?
She was saying that, that he forced it. And he's like, no. He's like, she stopped and said she wanted to go home. So I got an Uber for her. There was no coercion. There was no forcing. It was, she changed her mind. So I respected that.
Yeah.
And I guess it came out. She was like, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
It's just fucked up because, you put that tag on people.
Oh, I guess it didn't. I guess it didn't stick because we stopped hearing about it.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Did you like the movie Beetlejuice?
I love the movie Beetlejuice, and I hear rumors. I've heard some rumors
About a second one?
about a sequel.
My gosh, we've been hearing that for literally
I
years.
know.
For literally years.
All I hope for is with a sequel that Tim Burton directs it and Michael Keaton plays Beetlejuice.
Do you want Gina Davis in it?
She's kind of hit the wall a lot.
Think so?
Yeah.
Well, it's her birthday today. She's 44.
Hey, happy birthday, Gina Davis. Do you know what she's famous for outside of acting?
What?
She is an archer.
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
She's a very skilled archer. I believe she was an alternate on a U.S. Olympic team.
Holy crap.
Yeah, she's like super good at what she does.
That's cool. I liked her a lot in Beetlejuice, though. So
Oh, I love her. I just don't think. I mean, I'm sure if she was in it, they'd put makeup on and make her look good. But she's not. She did not age well. The years have not been very kind to her. I still love her though.
I saw a picture of her. Well, I don't know how recent the picture was, but I saw a picture of her today, and she didn't look bad. I mean, she just pretty much looked like her, but a little chubbier.
A little chubby, a little more wrinkly. Let's see.
That's what like 30 years will do to you, though.
Yeah, Gina Davis, 2020. Oh, she had plastic surgery.
I'm not surprised. Everybody does, especially if you're an actress.
Yeah.
Becoming more mainstream, more popular these days. But we're still in the era of bad booty jobs.
Well, actually, these pictures seemed pretty good. She was always really cute.
Yeah, she's cute. She's cute for sure.
You know who I thought was gorgeous back in the day? Renee Russo.
I can't think of who that is.
She was in a bunch of movies in the 90s. Come on. Come on, Becca. She was in Major League. That's Renee Russo.
I have seen her, but I'm not really familiar with her.
Got some inside boob. Yeah, whatevs. Sorry, I just
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I also want Emma Bunton, better known as Baby Spice.
she was my favorite.
Me too. I
Well-
wanted to be her because she was blonde. Clearly, I'm not.
I honestly liked her because she was the chubbier one.
Really not Ginger Spice.
She wasn't really chubby.
I always thought she was. But I guess whatever. Neither here nor there. But Emma Bunton.
I do them both.
Yeah.
I met Jerry Halliwell.
Really? That's cool. How
Very
was she?
sweet.
She was nice to you?
Very sweet. Very
That's
very brief meeting, but she was very sweet.
That's good.
I like that. I we was talking to my boss about it today, and my day job boss, and talking about different celebrities and who's an asshole that I've
Mhm.
met, and who's not. And, he was talking. He went to a play recently in the city, and it was the last night of Tootsie,
Mhm.
and he was sitting he was in the fourth row, dead center, and Ben Stiller was sitting right behind him, and the producer of the play and a whole bunch of other people who are people were sitting right around him, and he said Ben Stiller was so nice, and they didn't bother him during the play. During the intermission, his daughters were with him. My boss's daughters were with him. They wanted to take pictures, and he was so cool. He took pictures with them and joked around and talked. And I said to him, the biggest thing you got to realize when you meet most celebrities, don't treat them like a celebrity. Treat them like a regular person, because
Yeah.
that's what they want more than anything else, because they don't get that. That was the whole thing with Bill Murray going to people's houses and just cooking,
Yeah.
washing. He'll just go to somebody's house and wash dishes, and it's because that he thinks that's what normal people do.
Did I ever tell you when I met William Shatner?
No, but I heard he's a dick.
He's not.
Really?
Okay, let me explain something to you. When
Hang on. Akita says Ginger Spice is my girl. Not surprised.
redheads got to stick
That's what
together.
I'm saying.
Redheads got to stick together.
Fire crotch.
No, William Shatner was really nice. I met him when I was belly dancing in Acropolis, and he was just sitting there at the bar with his friend. I don't know who his friend was. Maybe it was
Somebody.
manservant or whatever.
Whatever.
So his friend has $1 to tip me. And so I come over and I start talking to them. And as I do with literally every person who tips me, I say, "Would you like to dance with me?" And sometimes they get up, sometimes they politely decline, sometimes no, whatever. So his friend hands me the $1. He says, "No, thank you." I turn to his friend, who was William Shatner.
Did you realize it was William Shatner?
Not initially. I
Okay.
did, but I was like, this guy kind of looks like William Shatner, but I didn't I'm like, why would William Shatner
And
be?
you knew when he said, "I would
No.
love to dance with you."
No, he didn't dance with me. He politely declined. He was very nice.
I am not interested in dancing with you.
No, he doesn't talk like that.
No?
Not in real life.
Okay.
And no, but he was very nice, and he asked me how long I had been dancing and this and that, and he's like, I've been around, and you're a very good dancer and whatever. He talked to me and whatever. So then at the end of the night, when he goes to leave, so when I was talking to him, I was standing there talking to him, and it was so awkward because it was one of those situations where I kind of was looking down to shake his hand, and then my eye traveled upward, and I was like, oh, okay,
You undressed William Shatner with your eyes, didn't you?
no.
I would have.
And so we were talking, and then at that moment, my manager came over, and he said that I guess in the 90s he made a cameo on an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Shatner did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my manager came over and said, "Hey, I really liked that episode you were on at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air." And he ignored him, he didn't hear him at all. And so he kept talking to me. And so when he got up to go leave that night, I was on a break, and I was just kind of standing by the door, and he's like, "Bye, have a good night." I'm like, "Bye, it was nice talking to you." And he was very polite. And at that same moment, somebody from across the restaurant who is like, I'll never forget, like mid food in her mouth, starts yelling, William Shatner, William Shatner, William Shatner, William Shatner. And like food is like falling out of her mouth. And he just like walks by and ignores her. So it's not that he's rude. It's that he doesn't like to be treated like a celebrity. And he will straight up ignore you like you're not in existence if you mention anything about him being a celebrity. But if you talk to him like an absolutely normal person, he is absolutely nice.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. So that was probably the most like famous person I've ever met. But I was just like, my only regret is that I was wearing like a blonde or red wig that night.
Okay.
So if I ever meet him again, I can't be like,
Yeah.
like I'll just probably look normal and he won't know who I am.
That's funny.
So
William Shatner.
I've also met Ron Jeremy and a couple of other random celebrities, but nothing to write home about.
What were you doing when you met William Shatner? Were you number 300 or 3,999?
What? William
not
Shatner.
Shatner. Ron Jeremy.
Oh no, I was serving him steak.
So you were feeding him meat. You were
I
giving
was giving
the
him meat. Yes,
That's funny.
I was giving him meat and shrimp. Actually,
All
he
right.
ordered the King's Feast.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Yeah, and I was like, how appropriate.
William Shatner. The episode he was in of the Twilight Zone.
I don't remember that one.
That was one. There's something on the wing where he's on a plane and he's seeing like a monster outside the
Oh.
window. It's actually a pretty decent episode.
I like the Twilight Zone a lot, so I should probably YouTube that or Google that or whatever.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, then that.
You can watch the whole fucking series, the original series.
Yeah.
My favorite episode of all time of Twilight Zone is the episode with Burgess Meredith.
Who is that?
Where
I don't know who that is.
he works at a bank. He was a guy. You ever see the movie Grumpier Old Men?
Yeah.
He played the old men's father that would always say dirty shit.
Okay.
He was Rocky's trainer, Mickey.
Okay.
He was a phenomenal actor. But in this episode, he worked at a bank, and during his break, he would sneak into the bank vault and sit and read.
Mm-hmm.
And his manager told him, "Don't read. You're not allowed to read. Don't read."
Mm-hmm.
So one day he decides to sneak off into the vault. He sneaks down there to read. While he's down there, a nuclear war happens. So he comes out of the vault and everything's destroyed. All the people are dead. He finds the library with all the books intact. So he's so excited that he can read all these books now. What I didn't mention yet is he wears very, very thick glasses. So he drops his glasses and they break. And the line is, "There was time now. I had time now." Sad.
That
Very
is sad. I've heard that line before.
That's where it comes from.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
But
so
the
sad.
Burgess Meredith episode,
That's sad.
him and Grumpy Old Men, the outtakes at the end were the best. He was talking to, damn it, was he talking to Sophia Loren? Was he talking to another woman? It's like, "I have been to Hawaii." She's like, "Which island?" "Come on, I want to lay ya. I kind of like to poke you. You like a licky dicky?" But he had this gravelly voice with a, sort of a Boston kind of twinge to it. And it was just funny to hear him talking about dirty shit. "You want to see my bony macaroni?" It's fucking funny. So check him out. Burgess Meredith.
Bony macaroni.
You need pets? You always have a pets.
It's like I need my hourly fix.
Sorry. Here you go.
Need my hourly fix.
Pupper. I had to say hi to a dog.
Woof.
Hi, dog. You say hi.
Hi, dog.
Hi, dog.
I smile at dogs on the street and not people.
You're a white girl. What the fuck? You're a good girl. You're so good. You just chill. Yeah. So what else we got? We got some Florida man stories, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I like that. Hit me with it.
So these all happened exactly a year ago.
Okay.
Because apparently a year ago in Florida, it was a wild day.
Yes.
So a year ago, we had a lunar eclipse. Everybody was losing their mind over it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Was that? I thought that was 2 years ago.
No, it was a year ago. It was in 2019 already.
Oh.
So while lying on the road, Florida man run over by patrol car while lying in the road to watch eclipse. And actually, all these things happened in West Palm Beach, speaking of which.
Okay.
So last year during the eclipse, 2 people snuck into a Poxy Wilderness Trail, which had been closed, but they walked in through the gates, and they were laying on the street, like on the trail,
Shit.
to watch the eclipse, and they had camera equipment with them. And then a officer who was just patrolling the area ran over both of them with his Ford Explorer.
Sorry.
So
Did she just growl at me?
no, she grunted at you.
Sorry.
She's like, "Hey, give me more pets." Yeah, so that officer was put on leave because he ran over 2 people.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense. I can get that.
The other thing is, I'll go to the next story before I go to the third story. A Florida man attempts to rob a convenience store to prove his independence to his mother.
All right. Look, Mom, you can't fuck with me now.
Apparently.
Oh, sorry, Maddie. I didn't realize you were waving. There you go.
Apparently, he got into a disagreement with his mother, and then he made plans to go to a strip club with a relative, but
That's
he
weird.
needed cash, so he went to go. Oh, you did.
My bad.
Okay. He went to a convenience store and tried to rob the convenience store for cash to go to the strip club. Got arrested. He was unsuccessful. Called his mom from jail.
You know what was parked outside that strip club?
A U-Haul.
There was a U-Haul at the strip club. A U-Haul at the strip club. Someone's moving in or out, but first they want to see that butthole.
When he asked why he did it, he said he was just trying to find himself.
Aww.
Yeah.
Such a heartwarming story.
Yeah. So this is the story that I pulled that I wish Ian Frost was listening to right now.
We love you, Ian.
Okay. So Ian Frost, for those of you who are not aware, is a local comic who is very much into comic books and superheroes. Okay.
And he's got the best laugh ever
Yes, he does.
because he smokes a lot of the devil's lettuce.
Yes. So last year in Palm Beach, a man broke into a storage unit and he found over 440 comic books. They were vintage and rare.
Okay.
And he took them to Future Comics to try to sell them.
Okay.
Future Comics identified them as their own.
Huh.
I guess they were like, it was a storage unit for the store. And when he confronted them, he left. So at some point, he made his way over to Phoenix, Arizona, where news of his heist had been spread via comic book collectors forums on Facebook. So social media came to the rescue.
Yes, it does.
And the comic book store in Phoenix recognized him and refused to buy them from him.
Oh, shit.
So he left. He then came
Over
back.
2.
Yeah. So he came back to the store to haggle prices.
To the original store.
To the second store, to the Phoenix store, where the police were waiting for him at this point. And so these vintage and rare comic books were valued at $100,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So he had just under 500 books at $100,000 in value.
Damn.
So social media comes to the rescue occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's my Florida man stories.
Nice.
So
I got a bunch of shit that I was going to talk about last week. That we didn't have time because we had the guest and it was a good guest and we were talking about the juicy stuff. But some of these are some good stuff. So some of these are a little bit old. Did you hear about the Gwyneth Paltrow candle?
Okay, so I heard about it. I don't know anything about it. Something about an apple in her vagina. I don't know.
Okay, so she smelled that they were doing, she owns a company that sells fragrance stuff like candles and such. And I guess they were testing scents, and this one scent smell, she said, reminded her of the scent of her vagina. So she figured package it into a candle and let's sell this motherfucker. And it sold the fuck out. Like fast. I mean,
ew.
Vagina candle. Well, I mean, I'm thinking, would it smell like tuna?
Slightly musky.
Gwyneth Paltrow candle. How the fuck is that happening? I'm not searching that. I'm not pressing it. That's weird. My phone keeps talking. I don't know if there's
Siri wants to be a guest on the podcast.
I guess it's not Siri though.
It's Ellen.
No,
I named my Google lady Ellen.
I thought it was Galaxy. Hang on a minute.
Is that her name?
Hey Google. What's your name?
My name, your Google Assistant. My mission, to assist you. My favorite color, Probably blue, but it changes sometimes.
What's my name? Oh. What's my name?
Your name is Daddy. By the way, if I misunderstood you, you can tap on your request to correct it.
I guess I told her to call me daddy. That's fucking awesome. Okay, so a funny aside, I have 2 cell phones. I named my cell phones because you never know what's going to happen. I think these wires are shot. So my work cell phone is named It Hurts When I Pee. My personal cell phone is now named Stop Daddy It Hurts. It used to be named Satan's Thunderfuck, but now it's called Stop Daddy It Hurts. And the reason why I did that is when I rent a car, which I do fairly often, I set up on the Bluetooth. So anytime anybody else goes to put their phone in,
Yeah.
they're going to see that phone name. Stop Daddy It Hurts.
I discovered that I could see the previous names on my Bluetooth from the 2 previous the 2 previous people who had owned my car.
Or at least the previous owner and
Yeah,
significant other. You can
Whatever,
see the
yeah.
ones but that's exactly it.
Yeah. One was June's phone,
Okay.
and then the other one was some Vietnamese thing that I can't say.
Oh, it was ping pong ching chong walla walla bing bang.
Something like that.
Hey,
yeah.
now I'm not gonna be able to get on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, because you made a racist joke?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I could have just said you just throw some silverware down the stairs and that's how you get it.
I thought it was pots and pans down a well.
Whatever, same thing.
Okay.
6 of one, half dozen the other. So Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle. Just
What are the scent notes on that, please?
I'm gonna say lavender and tuna.
Ew.
Ask her the 20 questions. Ask Nicole the 20 questions or ask Minnie the 20 questions? Who am I asking 20 questions to?
I can answer most of the 20 questions for Minnie.
Akita, we got to get you in here so you could ask the speaking of candles, did you see my conversations with Hyacinth Candle in the group? I think I did, but I'm not placing it on my brain. Maddie says it's a candle that smells like week-old summer fish. Probably.
Ew.
Probably. The second thing that I wanted to get to is actually dated. It's older, but I love this guy. I completely love this guy. I think I may have mentioned it last week. So Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer of a relatively unknown band called Tool, and another relatively unknown band named Pussifer. And I think he's got another band.
A Perfect Circle.
Perfect Circle. Owns a winery. Oh, ask her the 20 questions. The Google Assistant. Maybe we'll do that in a few minutes. I like that. That's kind of silly. I like that. So he owns a winery, amongst other things. He's got a lot of things he does in his life.
Side ventures.
A lot of side vent. Did you ever check out that thing I told you to check out? The
No.
Art of Work.
No, I didn't.
He's got a series called The Art of Work on YouTube. Check it out if you can. It's really good, and I'm trying to get my son to watch it. But someone asked him if his wines were vegan. Now, I'm familiar with the winemaking process. Wine should be vegan, unless you're counting the yeast as not vegan. But it's not plant nor animal, so it could be vegan. But somebody asked, is his wine vegan? So he looked up and he was able to confirm, yes, it is in fact vegan. So he dipped bacon in it. Because he's like, fuck that. They're like, fuck vegans, which is crazy. I love the man. I love the man. Toe cheese equals non-vegan wine. I guess so. That's why they used to stomp grapes. That's where the yeast used to come from. Feet.
Ew.
You didn't know that?
No.
Now you do.
Gross.
You're learning shit.
I learn something every time I come in here.
All right. We've all heard stories of The Simpsons predicting the future and Family Guy predicting the future. We have a case, ladies and gentlemen, of Tampa News Force predicting the future. Our beloved friends over at Tampa News Force, John Jacobs, Josh Santos, and Clark Brooks, because he participates a lot. The Tampa News Force, for anybody who doesn't know, if you can check it out on the web at tampanewsforce.com. You can check them out on Facebook. There's a couple articles in there that I've written. It is a satirical news site. It is fake news. It is intentionally fake news. They wrote an article, actually specifically Kyle Roos, who's a Tampa comic, wrote an article about the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. For those of you not familiar, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is a beautiful bridge here that connects St. Petersburg with Manatee County. Very beautiful construction. It's a reconstructed bridge back in, I believe, 1984. The boat MV Summit Venture crashed into the original Skyway Bridge. Some people lost their lives, caused a lot of damage. It was big stuff. So they rebuilt this bridge, and they put what they call dolphins around them, which is basic concrete pilings. So if a ship veers off course and hits them, it won't damage the bridge. And it's a big, beautiful bridge, very high.
You can see some of the other old parts of the other bridge too.
Well, the approach spans are now fishing piers.
Okay, yeah, but they
Yeah.
used to be part of the old bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So this new bridge, and it's really high, but it's also a very popular place for people who want to end their life. They will drive to this bridge because it is very high. They will jump off of it. So last year, Kyle Roos wrote an article about Tampa News Force and on Tampa News Force, about how the city of St. Petersburg was considering putting nets along the span of the Skyway. So if people jumped off, it would catch them and save their lives. But because this is Florida and Florida Man is a thing, people would turn those into giant fuck hammocks. They would just jump off and fuck in the nets. So this was the article they wrote, obviously satirical news. An article came out early last week that the city of St. Petersburg is putting a netting on the sides of the bridge. Now, it's not the same. It's not going to catch you if you fall. It's netting along the bridge vertically to prevent you from jumping. But still holds true. I count that as close enough to be a prediction. And people will try to figure out how to fuck in it. Seriously, this is Florida. It might be their cousin, but they're going to figure out how to fuck in it.
Florida people like to fuck.
They do. That they do. If you don't believe me, just go up to the villages. Don't fuck anything up there because you're going to catch something. But go up there. The old people, they have key parties. You know what a key party is?
I can imagine.
That's when you dump your keys into a fishbowl. Like men will dump their keys into one, women will dump their keys into the other, and the men will pick from the women's bowl, and vice versa. And whoever's keys you pick, that's who you go home with.
Okay. I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah, it's a key party.
You just call it a swingers party.
Yeah, that too. I mean, they're all swinging. So
will they be swinging on the nets?
Possibly. So Tampa News Force has predicted the future. So good job, fellas. I'm proud of you.
Speaking of Tampa News Force, our guest next week is also part of Tampa News Force.
Yeah?
Yeah. Jojo White.
Jojo. He's a comedian.
He helps film and helps to edit some of their shorts.
Nice.
Yeah. So he will be joining us next week as our podcast guest.
Nice. The next thing, and I pulled the article up for this. This is a Florida woman story. This is something that actually happened. And the headline is Tampa woman accused of trying to build bomb in Walmart. I'm not making this up. She was, and she didn't purchase any of the items. She went through Walmart and she picked up items that can be used to build a explosive device. And she began to assemble them in the store. Now, I don't know if that's shoplifting at that point because she didn't go, but I mean, I guess if you consume something, use it or break it. But this happened here in Tampa, Florida. A Tampa woman has been arrested after store security found her attempting to build an explosive device while shopping in Walmart with her child.
Which Walmart?
I'll get there.
Okay.
Just before 6 p.m. Saturday, this is last week, Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputies responded to the Walmart at 2701 Fletcher Avenue. It's the one up on Fletcher. After a security guard noticed the 37-year-old Emily Stollard roaming the aisles of the store, opening unpaid-for items. The items included flammable materials, projectiles, and matches, authorities said. The security guard called the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office and notified an off-duty Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation officer who was inside the store at the time. Crazy. The off-duty officer and the security guard approached the woman and detained her until deputies arrived, authorities said. The woman had all the supplies she needed to cause mass destruction at her disposal, Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister said. Had it not been for an alert off-duty law enforcement officer and the watchful security at Walmart, she may have followed through with her plans to cause an explosion in the store. She was arrested on charges of attempted arson of a structure, firebombing, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, child abuse, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
Dang.
So this crazy Florida bitch tried to build a bomb in Walmart. That's the most Walmart, Florida story ever. Like legit.
We should post that article to the group People of Walmart.
I'm sure it's there.
Probably.
I'm sure it's there.
Probably. Do you know what Facebook
Crazy.
group I hate?
What Facebook group do you hate?
Humans of New York.
I think that one's satirical. I don't think.
Do you think
that's-
so? I don't think it is.
I've looked at it and
I don't think it is. And I'm not hating on people from New York, no offense. But I feel like some of them are like, why do I care? It's like why?
they're trendy ass motherfuckers. Oh, look, there's Nicole. Well, I'm popping up onto the Instagram to pull up the picture. So last week, there was an incident in Los Angeles where a Delta plane had dumped fuel on a playground full of children. Now, it's not gonna kill them. It's kerosene. Jet fuel is kerosene, so it's not the worst thing they could have on them. But there is some cause for alarm. I mean, you got fire potential and etc. But so I looked it up, and as I'm doing research, I pull up on my phone, and I got two articles. I searched Delta Airlines, and two news articles pull up. The first one, the headline is Delta's fourth quarter profit beats estimates thanks to cheaper fuel and strong, and then cut off the rest of the headline. So cheaper fuel. And then the next headline was 60 people treated after Delta plane dumps fuel near schools while approaching LAX.
They wasted a lot of fuel.
No shit. Well, there's a reason why planes will dump fuel. And typically,
Just like into the sky?
well, yeah, well, why they'll dump fuel before they land, because planes have to weigh,
Right, yeah.
weight reasons. So if it's an emergency landing, they need to land a plane, and shortly after takeoff, they'll dump fuel if the plane's too heavy. This way they don't have an accident upon landing.
Right.
And usually what they'll do is they'll fly either over unpopulated areas and dump it, usually with kerosene. When it dumps out of the plane, it'll essentially atomize.
Mm-hmm.
Got a frog in my throat.
Rip it.
That's why Miss Piggy couldn't talk.
Mm.
What's long and green and smells like sweet and sour pork? Kermit's finger. So yeah, they'll usually go out over water or over unpopulated air. So it's unusual for them to dump fuel over a populated area like that. And I didn't see anything that indicated that there was an emergency on board. So that's kind of
You think somebody just accidentally bumped the button or something?
no. I mean, that's not something. It's not like a little tiny switch that's right next to the fucking
Lights on.
lights on button. It's
Yeah.
it's a process you got to go through to dump fuel.
Okay.
Simply because you don't want to accidentally dump fuel when you don't want to.
Yeah.
You know.
What about a year ago? Didn't you tell me an article about probably Delta dumping shit on everybody?
I don't remember if that was Delta. It happens all the time. Like shit falls out of airplanes.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
I think that's what happened to to the bird that got a hold of my car today.
All right, so Maddie, you tagged me in it, so I'm going to talk about this because you mentioned it. There's a Facebook group that we are in together. It's not anything crazy or shocking. It's just funny stuff. But he posts conversations with his girlfriend a lot. Now, little backstory: he is from Australia. She is from the great United States. So sometimes there is some culture differences or language differences. Even though they speak English, they speak weird Australian English. Love you, Maddie. He was making a candle. So I'll read this verbatim. Me making a candle. Me. It looks kind of good. I hope the purple set's a different color. Otherwise, I won't do dark purple, light purple, and white. It'll just be purple, purple, purple. And his girlfriend says, pupple, pupple, pupple. Stick your finger in it. Me, I'll stick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read this just because I love this description. I'll stick my finger in your hot, smelly bits, but I'm not sticking my finger in this candle. His girlfriend's response, what the fuck, Maddie? I love it. I love it.
Hot smelly bits.
Hot, smelly bits. Well, the Bloodhound Gang had a song, Kiss Me Where It Smells Funny.
They had a lot of funky songs.
Yeah, they did. My son ended up hearing a lap dance is so much better when the stripper is crying.
That is literally my least favorite song. He didn't get it out. I hate that song.
Yeah, but he's a teenage boy, so the whole thing is just
that
fucked up.
song's so terrible.
I know. You know what I play? Yeah. Have you ever heard Adam Sandler's At a Medium Pace?
No.
Oh my God. All right. I can't play the song. However, because of copyright. But I can speak the lyrics. Now, I played this for my wife last night, and she made it halfway before she demanded I turn it off. And I will sing this as best as I can.
I feel nervous.
You should. Now, again, I didn't write this. This is Adam Sandler. It is from his movie, from his album. They're All Gonna Laugh at You, which was great. It's a love song, so it starts off soft and a little instrumental. Put your arms around me, baby. Can't you see I love you so, or need you so? Hold me close against your skin. I'm about to begin loving you. Really sweet, right?
Mm.
Spit on your hand and stroke my cock at a medium pace. Play with my balls and tell me how big they are. Honey, rub your beaver up and down my face. Sit on the corner of the bed and watch me whack off. You see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass. Push it in and out at a medium pace. So that's essentially the and
it's a lovely song.
It's a love song,
Yeah.
And it just gets worse and worse. Oops, hang on. I didn't mean to push that. Let me go back. Let's say I'll tell you the exact lyric she stopped me at. Actually, it was push it in and out of the medium pace. Talk about your old boyfriend's dick and how big it was. Now shave off my pubes and punch me in the face.
I would never shave off anybody else's body hair.
What if they asked you to?
I would tell them that's your job, not mine.
Oh, really? Oh, darling, make me push my dick and balls back between my legs. Call me an ugly woman and take my picture and show all the people you work with.
Why?
That was right when she had me shut it off.
Oh, okay, good.
Now pull up my scrotum and take the shampoo bottle out of my ass. Pretend I'm the pizza delivery guy and watch me whack off. It's just, it's typical Adam Sandler toilet humor, but she made it halfway and made me shut it off. Now, if somebody played that for you, would you make them shut it off, or would you just laugh your ass off?
It depends
It's
who
a good
it
song.
was.
It's a good song.
I probably would be like, you can stop now.
Maddie says my favorite song is "Cunt and the Gang." Use my arsehole as a cunt. That's like prison. That's prison rules.
Like Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Rain.
I heard that song was about prison sex.
No, it's about racism.
In prison sex.
No.
Okay.
Have you ever seen what the guy looked like? That
Yeah, he was tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny black guy.
And then from that, he had a really, really distinct voice.
Yeah.
He got a Dr. Pepper commercial off.
I remember, and it was
he
very
followed our show. He followed the FUBAR Weekly show for like 2 weeks, and then he stopped following us.
Probably because he was like dick jokes.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not about this. I'm too
You know who
classy for
follows
this.
us? Ben Bailey.
Who's that?
The cash cab guy.
I want to hang out with him.
You know who else follows this show?
Who?
Rick Astley.
Yeah. I
He's
remember.
never going to give us up.
I hope he never lets us down.
Never going to turn around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye.
In 1978, today, the Bee Gees' Saturday Night Fever
At
goes
the front of
to-
the microphone. The pee hole is where you need to talk into.
In 1978, the Bee Gees' Saturday Night Fever goes #1 Billboard charts for 24 weeks in a row.
Yes, I know. You know how I know that? Because that was the #1 song when I was fucking born.
In 1978,
Yes.
my #1 song when I was born was "I Will Always Love You" from Whitney Houston, and I fucking hate that song.
And I will always. Minnie's like, shut the fuck up.
She woke up from a slumber
Sorry.
to give you that look.
The Bee Gees be from my city. So it's your fucking fault, huh?
Who's that?
Maddie.
Oh, I didn't know who was still watching.
Hey, Maddie. How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Also in 1981,
Yeah.
production of the DeLorean sports car begins.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we
you know what brought that down, right?
What?
Cocaine.
Cocaine brought down the DeLorean.
Yeah, John DeLorean got caught trafficking cocaine. So he
Oh,
shut the
gotcha.
company down. You know, you can buy a brand new one.
Yes,
That is awesome.
I want to do that. I kind of want that.
They're actually shitty cars.
I know they're like made of tin. They even talk about
No,
that in Back to the
No,
Future.
they're made of stainless steel. That's stainless steel.
Oh, okay. Well, there's
Yeah.
a line in one of the Back to the Futures. I don't remember which one, where the DeLorean is racing a '50s car, and they're like flying above it, and then Michael J. Fox says, "Oh, just like land on top of them," and then he was like, "That's a 1957 blah 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 whatever car it was," and he's like, "That thing will crush us." Yeah,
Probably. The problem with the DeLorean, first of all, the car's actual model designation, you're gonna learn some DeLorean shit.
Let's learn.
The model designation of the DeLorean was the DMC-12. And the reason why they named it the DMC-12, DMC DeLorean Motor Company, 12 was because the car was supposed to cost $12,000.
Okay.
And it ended up being a little bit more expensive than that. But the only thing that car had going for it was its futuristic look and its stainless steel body. It was not powerful. It was not fast. It was just a good looking car. And, you know, it wasn't, I mean, it didn't sell to the volume they were hoping. And with
Is that why you can buy new ones still because they never sold out?
Well, no, because the company had to close. They had to stop production and close. So a brand new DeLorean you could buy today is brand new parts, like parts that were made at the DeLorean factory
Yeah.
that were built before the company shut down.
Okay.
So you're buying an original, an authentic, brand new DeLorean with actual DeLorean parts that were never installed in a car.
So are you buying it piece by piece and building it yourself, or can you buy a whole car?
There's a company you can buy a whole car brand new, and
That's cool.
they'll do some upgrades to some turbocharging options and some interior updates you can have put in. But what's really cool about that car is how the chassis is shaped, the frame of the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two Ys. So you go from the front tires and it goes narrow, then there's an I-beam that runs down the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes wide again for the rear.
So it looks like the flux capacitor.
Pretty much, if you take the body off it, that's what it looks like.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you think
nifty.
they did it on purpose?
Yeah, maybe. No, I think it was the design. The flux capacitor was just a Y. It wasn't a double Y.
Are you sure?
Positive. Don't. I'll fucking pull it up.
I feel like it's 2 Ys though.
I don't think so. But it's possible.
I mean, obviously they did not build the DeLorean on the flux capacitor. I meant the other way around.
Just a Y. I'm going to pull it up.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Just a Y.
You could buy a watch that looks like the flux capacitor, and there's like a special way you have to read it.
That's probably annoying.
It is. It's like the different parts of the 3 different lines light up, and you have to figure it out. It's like a code or some bullshit that I don't have time for. I need to look at my watch and know what time it is right away.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see.
I like that the Back to the Future car runs on garbage.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's DeLorean facts.
Nice. I learned something new today.
Yeah.
What were you doing today in 2008? In January of 2008.
Facebook will tell me.
You've been on Facebook that long?
Yeah.
I guess I have too. I've been on Facebook since 2006.
Let's see if there's anything. Actually, I have a feeling this might only go back to 2010. But 2008, January 21st, 2008. I'm trying to think what the significance of that was. Now, the earliest entry I have for today was January 21st, 2010. And I wrote very deep and philosophical. Do you hear that? It's the winds of change.
Oof. Well, we're changing.
And then my sister said it, or it's gas. And then I said it's gas. And then my ex-brother-in-law said, no matter where you be, let your air flow free. So what happened today in 2008?
Today was Black Monday, and the stock market fell more points in one day than ever before, only second to 9/11.
Wow.
Yeah. It's when the stock market crashed in 2008 and everything went downhill.
Yeah,
And
I remember
the
that.
European stocks closed and the Asian market fell 15%.
Wowza.
That is shortly before the dance studio that I worked at closed down. For that reason, probably.
Wow. So going back to me saying how deep is your love, Hyacinth says, or Maddie says, ask Hi. It goes pretty deep, to be honest. I'm going to actually ask her that just because you told me to. I'm just waiting on my bus. When it gets here, I'm going to have to bail. I'll say I love you guys now. I love you too, Maddie.
Love you, Maddie.
Stay safe. Keep the shiny side of the bus up. Well, then again, the buses are upside down there because it's Australia.
What is up? What is up? Up is down,
What
down is
not
up, right is left,
Just arrived.
east is
Got to
west.
bounce. Maddie, be safe.
Have a good day. There's no such thing as up.
Yes, there is. It's a great movie. I've seen it.
This is a dumb movie.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I mean, come on. It's super unrealistic. Not even the balloon part of the house being unrealistic. It's unrealistic that an old person would let a child in their house.
All right, that's true. But you missed the point.
Oh,
it
come
went
on.
over your head because you're too short.
They flew over me.
No, the movie had nothing to do with that.
I know. It had to do with like him living out his promise to his dead wife.
Yes,
That
it was
was-
so sweet.
That was one of those Pixar movies that like started to like hit you in the gut, like hit you in the
It
feels.
did.
Like why? I go to cartoons to watch fake stuff, not to watch
Well, there was
real
plenty
emotion.
of fake stuff. I mean, it was a house moved by helium balloons that were attached to the fucking grate in the fireplace. I mean, it doesn't get more unrealistic than that. Except for the Transformers movie. Fuck that. I can't stand that bitch that was in that movie.
Megan Fox.
No, Shia LaBeouf.
Is he buff? He's
He's
buff.
a bitch.
He's buff these
He's
days.
a bitch.
He's beef.
He's a bitch. Okay, so you want to ask Galaxy those questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Shout out to Gregory Rasputin and designer Christian Dior, whose birthday it is today, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, Dior's. I don't even know if he's still alive. I should probably learn that. He's been around for a bit.
I don't even know.
I don't either.
Oh, wrong 20. 20
Rasputin
questions.
instead, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think you have to say okay Google before all of them, though.
God damn it. All right, hang on. I gotta send this to the other phone because I think I have it disabled on this phone. Send. Bear with me, folks. I'm not good with this technology stuff.
Do you want to ask my Google?
No, I'll do
Okay.
it here.
Okay.
To just send it to I'll just email it to myself. It's gonna take a minute for it to come over.
Okay.
That's a cool concept, though, Yvonne. Thank you. We're gonna do this, and it's probably gonna be stupid because
She doesn't have real answers.
yeah. God damn it! Come on. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Email. Oh, that's awesome. She says, "Hi, Daddy. How can I help you?"
Here's the email I found.
Oh, nifty.
Hi, Daddy. How can I help you? I wonder if I can tell mine to call me something different. I asked my Google if I could change her name, and she said no. Because you can call Siri something else instead of calling Siri. You can call her like Jane or whatever.
Okay.
But I asked Google, and she said no.
Oh. All right. So, first question. What is your non-alcoholic drink of choice?
You have to say, okay, Google, or hey,
I've
Google.
always
Oh,
wondered what a steamy cup of tea would be like. Not something I plan to try, but I like hearing about it.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
I like blue, yellow, red, and green. They're Google's colors.
Do you prefer dogs or cats?
According to Hill's Pet Nutrition, cats can be quite affectionate and attentive, but only up to a point. They tend to become bored or overstimulated much more easily than dogs, and at that point they want to escape for a while. So, if you prefer a pet to keep you company but isn't especially needy, consider a cat.
Okay. What is the strangest job you've ever had?
Here is information from Coburg Banks.
So, just gives me a list. Pet food tester, fake mourner, chicken sexer, legal bank robber, teddy bear surgeon, snake milker, water slide tester, and professional sleeper. I need that last one.
I want all of those jobs.
Hell yeah. All right. Next one. Let's see. The next one is going to be. Ooh. What is your biggest fear?
I used to be afraid of thunder and lightning. Turns out they're really interesting.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure song?
It's so hard to choose a favorite. I love so many songs.
That's about the average answer we get. Vanilla or chocolate?
According to Queen Fine Foods, vanilla makes chocolate taste better. Vanilla really enhances the flavor notes of chocolate, without which it would be dull and a little flat.
Okay. What fictional character do you most identify with?
Here are some results.
Yeah. What is your favorite comfort food?
I like satellite dishes. They help people communicate.
That's funny. What is your favorite cheesy movie?
War Games is a pretty good one.
That is
Joshua the computer really learns a lot in that movie.
It's actually a really good movie.
Is it War Games?
Yeah. What is your favorite literary work?
Harry Potter fanfic can be really interesting.
Okay. This one might be good. If you could have lived through any time period, what time period and why? Oh. If you could have lived through any time period, what time period and why?
Here's what I found on the web.
Oh, no, no answer.
Ask her how old she is then.
How old are you?
These came back from a search.
Oh, hang on. How old are you?
14 years.
Oh,
Oh, usually this show is reserved for people 18 and over.
yeah. What is your favorite video game?
I like all kinds of games. Do you want to play?
No. Is the Earth round or flat?
The Earth is roughly a sphere.
What did you want to be when you grow up?
I'd like to be an assistant. Wait, I'm already an assistant. Woohoo!
What?
I'm going to ask her two more questions. iPhone or Android?
Here you go.
No. That was a question. I just thought of a question that's not one of our normal questions. Oh, hang on. Do a barrel roll.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. Nailed it.
Did your thing
No.
turn upside down?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know you can do that on regular Google.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So she had some answers. She
Okay.
had some answers. That was pretty good.
I did not know that Google Assistant was only 14 years old.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah, I guess you're
Which is
right.
weird.
I feel awkward about Google Assistant now.
All right. I got some work to do. Sorry, I got some work emails that
You're
came
good.
in.
It's all good in the hood. I don't have anything left to talk about. We covered all my stories and shit.
You covered all your shit.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna pull the plug on this thing. It's 10:30. Why not? You got anything else you want to add?
Follow me on Instagram to see where I personally will be performing at Nicole_Raven, NIKOLE_RAVEN. Donate to the podcast
Yes.
to fund us.
Yes. We need to improve. I got wires going bad. I got things I got to replace, and I'm self-funded. So if you can help out, if you can donate, I would greatly appreciate that. We would greatly appreciate that. You can make donations through PayPal.
Make donations through PayPal. Our email is fubarweekly@gmail.com.
.com.
And let's in the future we're gonna set up a Cash App and some Venmo and some other stuff too.
Actually, to be clear, Nicole is going to set that up because I don't fucking know how that shit works.
Yeah, so we're gonna set up a Cash App for Fubar, and we already have our PayPal, so help fund our future tour, our comedy tour.
I don't know if this is news being broken here through the show.
What?
But your mom wanted me to take me through a typical day. I don't think she's going to come up with an answer for that. The Google, but this might be some breaking news that you might not know.
What?
Your mom says, "Hey guys, we are buying a house 20 minutes from St. Augustine."
I did not know that till right now.
Boom.
Thanks for telling me on the internet.
Hey, it could have been worse. I broke the news to you. It could have been through a text message.
I mean, I guess that'd be more personal coming from my own parents.
Well, congratulations. St. Augustine's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, I agree. That means I'll come visit you more often.
My in-laws, so my brother's in-laws rather, used to live in Ponte Vedra Beach, which is right near St. Augustine. Beautiful, right? They were right off of A1A. I mean, just so nice up there.
St. Augustine is my favorite city in Florida, and definitely one of my favorites in America.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a cool town. I definitely like it. We did it. We took a fishing charter there when we were there, and didn't catch shit. It was just a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
But since the fish weren't biting, I think we just caught the tide wrong. But he ended up taking us on a tour on his boat around the harbor and showing us different things, and took us up around the Castillo, San Marco. We saw fucking dolphins and shit in the water. We're a bunch of New Yorkers.
That's pretty cool, and that's good. That I know you took a fishing charter, so I assume you paid for it at some point. But the tours that they do on the boats there are like $50, so you got a tour for free.
Well, not for free. I mean, we paid for the boat, paid for the time, but I think it probably ended up coming out to less than $50 a head.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah.
The tour,
So-
they do like sunset tours on the river or whatever. I can't think of what the body of water is because it's not the ocean at that point.
It's the intercoastal waterway, which
Yes,
actually I think
thank you.
at that point might be actually be called the Banana River.
The Banana River.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I think it might be.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
This guy, I think the boat's name was Channel Master,
okay.
and his big thing, he would take people offshore, and for people to go topless fishing.
Okay.
Not something I ever would have really thought. I mean, being on a boat topless,
You
but
don't want to be,
fishing.
but you're a dude, so you can be topless anyway.
I don't want to because I'm fat. I don't want people seeing my body.
Just wear some pasties. You'll be fine.
Pepperoni slices.
Yes.
Stick some pepperoni slices on pizza pasties. Nicole, where can we see you?
You can find me go dancing at Gaspar's Grotto Fridays and/or Saturdays in Ybor, belly dancing at Acropolis in South Tampa on Friday nights at 7 p.m. You can find me go dancing at Marquee Nightclub, which is a brand new nightclub in St. Pete. Next time I'll be there is on February 1st. And you're at your local Carrollwood Barnes & Noble slinging some books and coffee at you.
Nice.
Yeah. Not literally, though, because angry customers have done that.
Yeah.
So,
As far as for me, on February 8th, you can catch me performing stand-up comedy at Beef O'Brady's in Parrish, Florida. On Thursday, February 13th, you can catch me at the Haley Veterans Hospital here in Tampa, performing for our veterans who are in the hospital. It is open to the public. It is a free show, so if you want to come check it out, it is in the, I believe, the main auditorium, I think they call it, in the main hospital building. So come check it out. It's always an honor to be able to perform for our veterans. It's a real, really something I'm very proud of and very proud to be a part of. So thanks to Zobo for putting me on that show. Love you, bro. On February 22nd, I will be at Bellagio performing comedy with John Butera, Taurus, Zobo, possibly Pete Carney, and the most fabulous host, the most fabulous hostess with the mostest,
me,
Nicole Raven.
Hey.
And on the 23rd, for you South Florida folks, we don't get down to South Florida very often. It's going to be me, John Butera, Nico Prada, and the fabulous Nicole Raven hosting. This is going to be Nicole's hosting debut that weekend. So
Yeah.
we'll get her. She's going to do good. She's going to knock him dead. I know it.
Thanks.
I know it.
Yeah, that's going to be at PRL. Sorry, not PRL. It's going to be at Woody's Tavern, formerly known as PRL Euro Cafe, 1904 A, Hollywood Boulevard, right next to Morrow's Pizza, which is a pizza place.
Fuck yes.
This pizza place open till like 5 a.m. Really,
Fuck
really, really good food.
yes.
Big ass slices. Big ass good slices.
Big ass slice. I like that.
Yeah, big
I'm
ass
already in.
slices. So Hollywood, Florida. Shout out to my South Florida peeps, and specifically thank you to Mr. Barrett Windish, the owner of that establishment.
Yes. So stay tuned for further details on that. That show in Hollywood, by the way, it is a free show. So
Come to it. No
come
excuses.
to it. There's no reason not to come. It's Sunday afternoon. You already went to church, so come do some sinning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Miss Chloe is going to be behind the bar, and she's a lovely individual. So give her your money.
Is she the barmaid Tits McGee?
You know what? She is not. Her friend. Her friend calls herself McGee.
Your mom says it's the best pizza in Hollywood.
It is. It like voted. They've been there
Nice.
for like many
I'm
years.
excited. I gotta say, the last time we went down there and we ordered pizza, you picked a good spot. Pizza
That was
good.
a recommendation from Scott, actually,
Okay.
because I didn't know what was a good pizza place in that area, and so I needed recommendations, and Scott recommended me one on Facebook.
Like Cayman Cove, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even
cool.
though he's from here,
Yeah.
he was like, "This is good
Well,
pizza."
No, he's not from here.
He's from New York.
He's from Huntington,
He's from New York.
Suffolk County, motherfuckers.
He lives in Tampa now, but he recommended that pizza place.
He's a righteous dude. As far as the rest of me goes, you can follow me on all social media at Real Roger Nelson. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to FUBAR Weekly on the YouTube, which if you're watching this on YouTube, then you probably already subscribed. And if you haven't, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that other shit that people tell you to do when they want you to follow them. So do that, share us. Don't forget, you can now donate to the show and help us support the show financially. Every dollar helps. So $10, you want to donate $1,000, I'm not going to tell you no. So on the PayPal web email address is fubarweekly@gmail.com. .com. So from that, that's the show. We do it every Tuesday night. We appreciate you guys all joining us, listening in live, listening in on the replay. And yeah, that's it. You got anything else to add, Nicole? Take us out.
FUBAR out.